Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of tabletop unboxing. It's Bloomburrow. It's officially coming out this weekend, but the pre-release weekend happened last weekend, and I got to pick up the pre-release box, the bundle, the commander deck. I got here the 5 packs. We're gonna do this in a separate video because today we're going to unbox this wonderful world of Bloomburrow. Three Tree City. We got to see the previews and everything, and now we're gonna get to see what these cards are. Ooh, who's excited for the cards? Who's excited for the cards? I'm excited for the cards. I am very much excited for the cards. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's going to be a very fun time. Ooh, you can downvote on that one. Ooh, terrible pun. I'm downvoting you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, you can upvote that. Upvote if you like it. Downvote if you hate it. Your thumbs ups and thumbs down shows me you're alive. All right. So, um, Bloomburrow. What is Bloomburrow exactly? Basically, it's the first set to feature no humanoid characters, humanoid races. There's no elves, no humans, no Fiashinos or lizard folks or mer folks. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who is bipedal and has opposable thumbs and looks like a human being is not in Bloomburrow. These are all anthropomorphic creatures that you would see in a Don Bluth film like The Secret of Nim or in a Disney film like Bambi. And this is a world of adventure type of thing. And I just want to say that I'm very glad that they decided to go there. You know, saying because Magic needed to get a little more original recently. You know what I'm saying? The worlds have been lackluster at best. Thunder Junction is a desert. Cool, you know, it's a desert western with the villains. It was okay. Going back to Ravnica with Murders at Call of Manor was flat. Ixalan was cool. The dinosaurs were awesome and everything. Going back, but they needed to get into a new world and something that was unique and original. And we got unique and original with Bloomburrow. The animals are taking the spotlight for once, and we're going to see what we got. Ooh. So it's time to unbox, everybody. Yes, indeed. Let's unbox. Mm-mm-mm. It is time to unbox. Unboxing. All right, let's start with the pre-release here. We'll start with the pre-release box. Okay, here we are. I hope you all loved my playmat. All these videos. I hope you've been enjoying it. This is my when I saw this playmat, it was the only one in the store out of all the playmats, and I love it because of the fact that tells you where to put your library, your graveyard, your turn phases. It's very beautiful, very straightforward, very awesome. All right, so let's take a look at the box here. This is pretty cool. Look at this. You got the mouse folk, and look at this here. You got otters and frogs and birds. It's very Watership Down. Looks like they're in Watership Down, doesn't it? And I like the usage of the cherry blossoms, the pink blossoms and everything. It really gives the world. It's so bright. I love it. I really love that this is a very bright world, very colorful world. Magic needed some color, especially after what happened to Phyrexia. I've been catching up on some of the lore there and what happened to Phyrexia. You know, the whole Phyrexian battle. People needed a little bit more respite. All right, let's crack this open on the side here. Here we are. Ooh, tokens. You know I love tokens. Here we go. Let me just set that there. The garbage. Ooh, look at that. Oh, here we go. We got some dialogue here. This is the lush wilderness of Bloomburrow is home to tall tales and tiny heroes. Wielding spell and steel, a brave band of animals set out to uncover the secrets of the valley. Adventure awaits behind every leaf. Yeah, they really leaned into the whimsy. That's so adorable. Oh man, that is so adorable. So look at these interesting tokens here. I wonder what these tokens are. We got some +1/+1 counters. Yes, please. Let's pluck these out first and take a look at the at these free tokens. +1/+1 counters. It's always annoying when I see these counters get thrown in the garbage. They're so effective. They're very good counters. This one seems to be a skull, and I think this is vigilance. I can't remember. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Oh, it's alright. I like the color. The color green's just very nice aesthetic. Since it's supposed to be pasture-like. There we go. Got some +1/+1 counters. Always need these +1/+1 counters because of the fact that I got decks that require +1/+1 counters. Cool. Back to back. Nice. Back to back +1/+1s. Always good. Always good. So it looks like we got the same thing over here. +1/+1 counters on two sides here. There we go. And let's pull that one out. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we are. And there we are. Okay. Put the counters over there in the pile. Let's slide this one out. We got these. I never figured out what these dang tokens are. I saved them anyway because this costs money. And there's another one here with the little mouse on it. That's so adorable. It's so cute. Look at this. Look at this. The little mouse traveling. And there's the planeswalker. Yeah. Oh yeah, and according to the preview video, let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, okay. And it's you got the little background of the whole thing of Three Tree City. No, I don't think that's Three Tree City. Whatever that place is, it looks pretty cool. All right. Let's see. There we go. Set that up there. All right. Here is the deck box. The otters and the frogs, birds. It's the same thing. Okay. It's the same. It's the same picture. All right. How many packs do I have today? That they put in this time? Oh, and we got ourselves a card here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, because now I have 20 packs to open. This is gonna take quite some time. This is nice. It's still the same thing too. They've leaned very hard on this image. Very hard on the image. Here is the life die. That's nice. It's black again. And here's the inside of what's supposed to be your deck. Alright, we'll set that right there. Okay, put the die here. Here's our card here. What you call that? Promo. Season of the Bold. Alright, this is Season of the Bold. 3 mana, 2 red. Sorcery. Choose up to 5 paw symbols. The preview explained the paw symbols. I thought this was so cool. The way they did this module. I like this. I like this mechanic of the module. Select up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. 1 paw, create a tapped treasure token. 2 paws, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your turn, you may play them. And 3 paws, until the end of your next turn, whenever you cast a spell, Season of the Bold deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. I love this approach to modules, and I happen to have legendary creature that manipulates modules. I may want to do a module deck, commander deck. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna stop at 20. I don't know. Because I have so many module cards. And it looks like I got, yeah, I got a Magic Arena uh, promo thing. Alright, this is actually a pretty good card for 5 mana. That means I could do 5 times. I could create 5 treasure tokens. I could create, exile 4 cards and get a treasure token. Or I can, wow, the combinations are pretty good. I could deal 2 damage whenever I cast a spell until the end of my turn, and spend, and I could either spend, get 2 treasure tokens, or I can exile the 2 cards. This is actually pretty good. Actually, that's actually pretty good. Of course, we have this here, the pre-release deck, because you can actually take these cards and make a deck out of it. And you just have to get 17 lands to round it out. Most successful pre-release decks are 2 colors and have exactly 40 cards. And look at this here. Oh, look at this. They got a whole list here explaining what these are, what they cover. Bird Folk is white-blue. Noble, communal, transporters of aid and other animals. Rat Folk, blue-black. Isolationist, keepers of secrets and ancient relics. Lizard Folk, black-red. Cantankerous, fire worshippers and expressive artists. Raccoon Folk, red-green. Free-spirited wanderers, collectors, and entertainers. Rabbit Folk, green-white. Ooh, my colors. Ooh, they're in my primary colors, green and white. Talented chefs and community-focused farmers. So that means they'll probably make food and probably breed more kids. Batfolk, white-black, eccentric, and mysterious nocturnal defenders. That makes sense because vampires tend to be white and black, and they represent bats, so it kind of makes sense that that the bats would also be white and black. Otterfolk, blue-red, clever gamesters and storm-chasing daredevils. Squirrelfolk, black-green, morbid stewards of land and the life-death cycle. I found it very fascinating that they gave squirrels black. I had to talk about that with one of the employees, one of the volunteers at during the pre-release event, and I said, you know, it kind of makes sense when you think about it because swamps do have forests. You know, saying like some most forests do tend to be swamps, like the bio. They have trees, and squirrels would be in those trees too. It makes perfect sense that that they would be in black as well, in that context. So it makes sense. The mouse folk, as opposed to the rat folk, are red white, plucky loyal seekers of adventure and glory, and then there's the frog folk who are green blue, curious pessimistic practitioners of divination. Look at that! Look at all the folk here. Like it's so colorful, and it really has that secretive nymph feel to it. You know, those classic fairy tales and such. We'll set that there. And let's start the first unpacking here. 14 cards, play booster. Oh man. What are we gonna start with? This is gonna be very exciting. Ah, there we go. Here we are. Okay. Alright. Here we are. The first card unpacked. The first card I'm looking at from Bloomburrow. Well, technically, this is the first card in Bloomburrow. the first card out of the pack in Bloomburrow. Waterspout Warden, 2 mana in the blue, frog soldier. Whenever Warden attacks, if another creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, Waterspout Warden gains flying until end of turn. 3/2. That makes sense, actually, for frogs to gain flying because they do jump, and they can jump. Oh, they can jump. That makes sense. And this is cool because this is always this activates all the time. It's not a one-time thing. Whenever Warden attacks, if another creature enters the battlefield under your control. So, if done right, with that offspring effect, you can be able to give him flying every time. That's cool. Bravekin Duo, 1 white. Rabbit Mouse. Oh, that's interesting. Rabbit Mouse. Wow, that's an interesting combination. I didn't see that one coming. 1 mana in the tab. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. 1/1 creature. Oh, Waterspout Warden is a 3/2 creature. That's not bad for a 3/2 creature. That could get flying. Kindle Spark Duo, 2 mana and a red. Lizard Otter. This is very interesting that they interspecies. Interesting. Bloomburrow has interspecies. Reviewer. Lizard Otter tap. Duo deals. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought that they were mixed breeding. No, they're not. It's like those legendary cards where it's two characters, like Hitotsugo and Satoru. I think if I read that correctly. So it's two characters and they combine to make a rabbit and mouse. Gotcha. Okay, now it's making sense. Here's an otter. Here's a lizard. Though it would have been really cool if they had mixed breed. If they all had mixed. What would a frog and an otter look like mixed together? I mean, it's fantasy. Do it. Lean it. Tap. Duo deals 1 damage to target opponent. Nice. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap. Duo 1/3 creature. Mix this in with committing crime. Actually, I might throw this into my. I think I'm gonna throw that because I've been needing to do crime, and yeah, okay, okay, that's gonna go into my File Smasher deck. Glide Dive Duo, 4 mana in black. Bat Lizard. There's the bat and there's the lizard. Oh, cool. The lizard is hang gliding. Nice. Flying. When duo enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. 3/3 creature. Treetop Sentries, 3 mana in the green. Squirrel Archer, reach. When Sentries enters, you may forage. Forage. If you do, draw a card. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about forage. That's unless there's a card that can let you play naturally out of exile, which is something that we just want to avoid doing. I don't know if that's really great. I mean, you could sacrifice food, true, but the option to exile 3 cards, there's got to be a card that'll let you that'll actually work with forage. Like it'll say if you forage, you can play those cards. They gotta have a card in this set where it says if you forage cards from your graveyard into exile, then you could play those cards from exile back to the field, similar to how Red likes to, like Italy. Italy Primal Storm, where you exile the top card and you could play, and then you could cast that from exile. That kind of thing. If they do, if they have a card that synergizes with that, then Forge makes a lot of then Forge would work. Forge decks would work. Mind Spiral, 4 mana in the blue, sorcery, gift a tapped fish. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. If you do, they create a tapped 1/1 blue fish creature token before its other effects. Target player draws 3 cards. If the gift was promised, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Ooh, stuns. I've been wanting to do stuns. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Okay, if they're leaning into stun, that's great because I've been thinking about doing stun decks. I've been looking at these stun effects and I'm like, I want to make a duck out of stun. That sounds fun. Fun stun. Stun gun. This here, gifting effect. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they create a tap 1/1. So if the gift was promised, tap target creature. Okay. Okay. That's funny. You create a fish token. You give them a free creature. That's the gift, huh? You may promise an opponent a gift. If you do, they create a tap. Okay. That'd be interesting to see in action. Moonrise Cleric, 1 mana and 2 hybrid white black. Bat Cleric. Flying. Whenever Cleric attacks, you gain 1 life. Oh, not bad. 2/3 creature. That's actually not bad, and it's a white black creature. That's actually not bad. You gain 1 life whenever it attacks, just straightforward. And for a 2/3 creature on 3 mana, and it's a hybrid on top of that, that's actually pretty good. All things considered, that's pretty good. If you put in the right deck, you can escalate that hard. I think I'm going to put that in my Malia deck only on the basis that I need to just gain 1 life to destroy everybody. Fountain Port Bell, 1 mana, artifact. When Bell enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. 1 mana, sacrifice Bell, draw a card. Got it. Kadama's Reach with a draw card effect. Oh, no. It gets put on top. Sorry, that gets put on top. That's not too bad. Okay, that's not too bad. Because then you can sacrifice the Bell and draw. This is pretty. Actually, this is Sensei's level of good. Actually, this is Sensei's level of good. You could fetch out your card, you put it on the top, sacrifice it, draw it. I don't know if that's extra steps, but you know what? This is Sensei's level of good artifact here. This could be very helpful. I could use that. Search your library for a basic land card. Yeah. And it's flexible too, because I don't have to use it to pick up that land. But if I'm desperate for land, that's a great way to get the land out. That's a good land rush there. Land fetch. Plume Creed Mentor. 1 mana, white and a blue. Bird Scout. Flying. Whenever a mentor or another creature you control flying enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control without flying. Ooh, I love this. This will be great for my bird deck. My bird commander. Another creature you control flying, put a +1/+1 counter. Yo, I like that. That's actually solid. 3 Tree Scribe, 1 mana and a green, Frog Druid. Whenever Scribe or another creature you control leaves the battlefield without dying, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oh, this is a great use of exile. It's a 2/3 creature. Oh, whoa! Exile decks actually could benefit from this a lot. Just exile a creature and you get a +1/+1 counter on another creature, and if you cycle it right. If you do it right, if you get one of those cards that that send them out the field, and there is a card, I don't know if it's in the right colors, but I remember seeing a card where you send it to the field, you send it into exile, and it comes back from exile. Now, if you use that and go into a loop with that, you'll be +1ing all day. You'll be buffing all day. Brazen Collector, 1 mana and a red, Raccoon Rogue. My man doing the John. What's his name? Tom Cruising. He's Tom Cruising here. First strike. Whenever collector attacks, add 1 red. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Nice. 2/1 creature. Pretty good. Pretty good for red. Pretty good. A mercenary. Yes. Gev. Scaled Scourge. 1 black, 1 red. Legendary creature, lizard, mercenary. Ward. Pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever you cast a lizard spell, Gev deals 1 damage to target opponent. Wow. So he's a better wow, he's actually pretty good. He could fit into File Smasher easily. Oh, I could totally fit him in. Problem is that he won't be able to get to do 1 damage unless it's lizards dropping. Unless I'm dropping lizards. But the fact that other creatures gets an additional +1/+1 on them. So basically, this is hardened scales. Oh snap! This is hardened scales because it's an additional +1/+1 counter. I don't know if well, it's not acting like hardened scales. I'll need a ruling on that one. But this is actually solid. These cards have been solid so far, and this is only the first pack. Swamp, basic land swamp. Lovely. This is actually very beautiful. Beautiful art here. Tree Guard Duo. 3 mana and a green. Frog, rabbit. When Duo enters until end of turn, target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. 3/4 creature. And food. Token artifact. Food. 2 mana and a tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Gain 3 life. Alright, that was pack 1. Pack 1, and it's already looking good. These cards are already looking solid. This could be the best. This could be the best set in this year. This could be the best set of the year right now. All right. Bonebind Orator. 1 mana and a black. Squirrel, Warlock, Bard. Ooh, Warlock. There we go. 3 mana in the black. Exile Orator from your graveyard. Return another creature card from your graveyard to your hand. 2/2 creature. Okay. Well, yeah. It's an exile. Like I said, there's a card that can send creatures from exile back to the battlefield. That'll be good. Tree Guard Duo. We already covered that. Pearl of Wisdom. 2 mana in a blue. Sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control an otter. Draw 2 cards. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's great for otter decks. This is a sorcery. Rabbit Response. I love all these rabbits here. 2 mana and 2 white. Instant. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. If you control a rabbit, scry 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them on the bottom and the rest on top in any order. Alright. Never fight just one rabbit folk. They bring the strength of their burrow to battle with you. Steam Path Charger. 1 mana and a red. Lizard Warlock. Ooh, more Warlocks. Cool. Offspring. 2 mana. You may pay an additional 2 mana as you cast this spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player, 2/1 creature. I like that. I like that. I really love the Offspring. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Junkblade Bruiser. I'm also assuming. That, right, because it's a cast. This one enters the battlefield. I just wanted to make sure I'm reading that right. Enters the battlefield. Offspring only works on cast, not on enters. Got it. Just wanted to really make sure I understood that. Junkblade Bruiser, 3 mana and 2 hybrid, red-green, Raccoon Berserker. Oh my gosh, my man's on flames here. That's crazy. Trample. When you expend 4, Junkblade Bruiser gets +2/+1 until end of turn. You expend 4 as you spend your 4th total mana to cast spells during the turn. It's a very interesting mechanic because it's total mana, your total mana cost. So basically, this works on him, right on him when you play him. And it looks like, and this is interesting. I wonder if this works when he comes into play. You expend 4 as you spend your 4th mana to cast spells. Okay, I'll have to get a little bit more details on that one, because that's actually pretty powerful when you think about expend 4, expending. Head of the Homestead. What a beautiful art here. So fairy tale like. 3 mana and 2 hybrid green white. Rabbit Citizen. Ooh, Citizen. When Head of the Homestead enters, create 2 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. 3/2 creature. Oh, Junkblade Bruiser is a 4/5 creature. Create 2 white rabbit creature tokens. That's not bad. For 5 mana, you get 3 creatures. That's not bad. Get 3 creatures out of that. Downwind Ambusher. 3 mana and a black. Skunk Assassin. Flash. When Ambusher enters, choose 1. Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. 4/2 creature. Jolly Gerbils. Oh, that's cute. Wait a second. Those weren't on the list here. Were they? No, they weren't. Skunks and hamsters are not on this list. I guess it's okay. So the dual, it's mono mana creatures that are mono mana would be like hamsters and skunks, but those who are dual mana are the main folk, and there's 10 of them. Gotcha. Now I understand. There we go. I understand now. Totally understood. Whenever you give a gift, draw a card. Oh, that's nice. Hamster Citizen. They seem to be mostly citizens
thank you
or
for
assassins.
The follow and welcome to the channel.
There's a lot of assassins and warlocks and such in here. Man, this is actually pretty good. It's pretty solid. Hey, thank you for the follow, Ellie Sophie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Let's shift that there. So that's Jolly Gerbils. That's very interesting. Consumed by green, 1 mana and 2 black. Instant. Gift a card. Oh, gift a card. Interesting. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. So gift is not just relegate to one thing. It could be anything. Oh, I am doing good. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing? Target opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. If the gift was promised, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. We got a land. Here's our first land. Mudflat Village. Land. Tap to add 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 green. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 mana, black in the tap. Sacrifice Village. Return target bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh. For the common good, X mana and a green. Sorcery. Create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control. This is powerful. Oh my gosh. That's powerful. Oh man. You like Magic the Gathering? You gain 1 life for each token you control. This is powerful. This is a rare. Nice. Ooh, beautiful Plains card here. I like that. Really make things look big. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ellie Sophie. Thank you. I will definitely keep it up. This is the most awesome thing I'm doing. Whisker Quill Scribe, 1 mana and a red. Mouse Citizen, Valiant. When Scribe becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. 2/2. All right, that's not bad. Card drawing. Snail. Let's see. We got a snail token creature. Snail 1/1. Not that we could talk about well, what you want to know about my channel. What I do? My channel, I do variety stuff. I play games sometimes. Cover manga, some reactions. It's a pretty chill channel. Thanks for asking. All right, here's the next pack. Waxwane Witness, 3 mana and a white, black cleric. Flying Vigilance. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, Waxwane Witness gets +1, +0 until end of turn. 2/4 creature. So it's whenever you gain. Ooh, so this activates a lot. Ooh, these bats are pretty good. I've been streaming for a couple of years now here on Twitch and Kick. I was originally on YouTube exclusively, but then I moved over here. There we go. A Gate Assault, 2 mana and a red, sorcery. Choose 1. Assault deals 4 damage to target creature. That creature would die this turn. Exile it instead, or choice number 2, exile target artifact. There we go. Let's see. Psychic Wall, 2 mana and black, sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Then if you control a rat, surveil 2. Yeah, you look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. Right. Didn't I see a card that it looks like they're doing both Scry and Surveil. I'm glad they didn't throw out Scry. Yes, yeah, I've already did that. Ellie Smith. Ellie Sophie, sorry. Rush Shield Rampager, 3 mana and a green. Raccoon Warrior, Offspring, 2 mana. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with 2 power or less. 4/4 creature. Okay, unblockable. In green? Interesting. Interesting. Usually unblockables in blue. That's where most of the blue are. Dire Downdraft, 3 mana blue, instant. This spell costs 1 mana less to cast if it targets an attacking or tapped creature. Target creature's owner puts it on top of or bottom of their library. Alright. Got it. If you target an attacking or tapped creature, but not a defender. So it costs 3 mana if it's attacking or tap, but not when it's defending. Gotcha. Sonar Strike, 1 mana and a white, instant. Strike deals 4 damage to target attacking, blocking, or tap creature. You gain 3 life if you control a bat. Very fascinating. This is normally a red effect. It's in white because it's a bat. Okay. Oh, okay. So, I see. So you can find. So it's not just so much the dual colored creatures. Like the bats are white and black, so they're not just only dual color, multicolored cards. They could be monocolored white and monocolored black. Got it. Okay. Okay. Uncharted Haven land. Haven enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Tap to add 1 mana of the chosen color. Straight. Yeah. Straight out of Jumpstart, right? Drift Gloom Coyote, 3 mana and 2 white. Well, the Thunder Junction Coyote's got friends now. 3 mana and 2 white. Elemental Coyote. Ooh, Elemental. When Coyote enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until Coyote leaves the battlefield. If that creature had power 2 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on Coyote. 3/4 creature. Interesting. Alright. Class. They did talk about this. This was from another set, wasn't it? I forgot which one. Bandit's Talent, 1 mana and a black. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. When talent enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. Oh, okay. Each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. 1 mana, level 2. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. 3 mana and a black, level 3. At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card for each opponent who has 1 or fewer cards in hand. Enchantment class, huh? I'll need to learn a little bit more about that. Sounds interesting. Okay, Ellie. Just get some more viewers and get my merch sold. That's the goal. Bright Blade Stolt, 1 mana and a white. Weasel Soldier, first strike, lifelink, 2/2 creature. All right, straightforward. That's not bad. Actually, that's really good. For 1 mana, 1 generic mana and a white, you get a first strike, life linking 2/2 creature. Yo, that's actually solid. That is actually solid. Wow. Oh my gosh, consider the fact that it's a first strike, life linking. Jeez, that's actually amazing. Alright, Brambleguard Veteran, 1 mana and 2 green. Now I'm understanding why I was told at the pre-release people are falling in love with Bloomburrow and it's selling out. It's selling big. When you have a card like this, who's a soldier type for soldier decks, yeah. If anybody has older soldier decks, they could throw that into their soldier deck and do all kinds of things. Brambleguard Veteran, 1 mana and 2 green. Raccoon Warrior. Whenever you expend 4, raccoons you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. You expend 4, yeah. So every time you expend 4 mana, your 4th mana. Let's see, you expend 4 as you spend 4 your 4th total mana to cast spells during the turn. So yeah, every 4 mana you spend, you get he gets this effect. Interesting. So he could become a 2/2 creature. So he could get +2/+2 if you expend 8. All right, I see where they're going with this. 3/4 creature. I welcome some advice. It's no problem. If you got some advice, I got no problem for that. If you wanna share some advice and tips, Ellie, there we go. Next up is Whiskervale Forerunner, 3 mana and a white. Mouse Bard, Valiant. Woo, this is Yu-Gi-Oh level of text here. Whenever Forerunner becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's your turn. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 3/4 creature. Very interesting. This is a brainstorm type style effect here. And it's in white. Very interesting. Very interesting approach to the design here. Ooh, shiny. Got a shiny forest here. Basic land forest. This is nice. Very nice. Starforged Sword for 4 mana. Artifact equipment. Gift a tapped fish. When sword enters, if the gift was promised, each attached sword to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and loses flying. Equip 3 mana. Alright. Promise a fish and the sword attaches for free. Gotcha. And we got a rat token. Token creature rat. This creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control. 1/1. Ooh, that's nasty. No, I'm currently not doing Discord at the moment. Sorry. I'm currently not doing Discord at the moment. Ellie, thank you though. Thank you. I appreciate the help. What's this here? Okay, I just want to make sure that wasn't codes. Ooh, oh, I like that. Look at the scales on here. Scale of Shale, 2 mana and a black, instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each lizard you control. I see how the lizards work. Okay, so in a lizard, so if you have a whole lizard deck, they got these it's like affinity for lizards type of thing. Okay, and I guess this is cumulative. That's actually pretty cool. If they're cumulative. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. That is very powerful. Wow, that's pretty powerful when you think about that. Lifelink and indestructible, +2/+0, and you can reduce the cost for each lizard you control to cast a spell. So for 1 mana, if you pull this off with the reduced cost, for 1 mana you get +2/+0, lifelink, and indestructible. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. Polywallop, 3 mana and a green. Oh, that's cool. My man punched. Instant. This spell costs 1 mana less to cast for each frog you control. I see the amphibians. I see that those who are amphibious, not amphibious. How do you say, cold-blooded? I think it looks like the cold-blooded creatures get these affinity of type effects. Target creature you control deals the damage equal to twice its power to target creature you don't control. All right. Runaway Together, 1 mana and a blue, instant. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Wow. Wow. This is choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. And it's only 1 generic mana and a blue. Boomerang costs 2 blue. Just so you know, it costs 2 blue to play Boomerang, and you return 1 permanent to an opponent's hands. This is way too powerful. This is way too powerful for a Boomerang effect. Ooh, okay. Wow. Something tells me we're going to be finding some banned cards soon in this set. Thistledown players, 2 mana and a white. Mouse Bard. When players attacks, untap target non-land permanent 3/3 creature. Alright. Roughshod Duo, 2 mana and a red. Mouse Raccoon. Trample. Whenever you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. 3/2 creature. Okay. Corpseberry Cultivator. 1 mana and 2 hybrid green black. Squirrel Warlock. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may forage. Whenever you forage, put a +1/+1 counter on Cultivator. It's a 2/3 creature. So you got hardened scales and you're playing green black? Yeah. Green black squirrel deck? Yeah. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good synergy actually. Mind Drill Assistant. 2 mana and 2 hybrid blue black. Rat Warlock. Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards in your graveyard are in your graveyard, Mind Drill Assailant gets +3/+0. 2 mana and a hybrid white black. Surveil 1. Alright. Man, this is the cards are pretty good here. The cards are pretty good. Hop to it. 2 mana and a white. Sorcery. Create 3/1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. That's 1 mana per rabbit. Okay, that's a fair deal. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. 3 mana for 3 creatures. That's 1 mana a creature. 1 mana per creature. Nice, nice, nice. That's a very good cost, man. It's very good. Ruthless Negotiator. 1 black. Sorcery. Target opponent exiles a card from their hand. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, draw a card. Flashback. 4 mana and a black. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost and exile it. Clifftop Lookout. Wow, that's nice art there, the frog. 2 mana and a green. Frog Scout. Reach. When Lookout enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 1/2 creature. Excellent. Excellent card. Excellent card. Great way to get your lands out. Parting Gust. 2 white. Instant. Gift the tapped fish. Exile target non-token creature. If the gift wasn't promised, return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of the end step. Lunar Convocation. 1 mana and a black. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. And it's a white-black. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is going into my Amalia deck, hands down. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. 1 mana and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. This is, yeah, that's going into Amalia. Oh my gosh, that's actually, wow, this is a solid card. That's a solid card. Island. Oh, that's a beautiful island. That interesting looking island. I guess they're all lily pads and leaves. That's funny. And Pearl of Wisdom, I already have that. Just to recap, it's 2 mana and a blue sorcery. It lets me draw 2 cards. And this is the little artwork here. Thank you, Elisafi. Thank you for your encouragement. And again, welcome to the channel. Please enjoy. All right. Here we go. War Squeak, 1 red. Enchantment or enchant creature. When War Squeak enters, target creature and opponent controls can't block this turn. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. Okay. Okay. If you want this is good for speed decks, you know, weenies. If you make a weenie deck. Dire Sight, 2 mana and a black. Sorcery, surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. That's very powerful. That is very powerful. Dude, that is way too powerful for 3 mana. And I don't care if you lose 2 life. The fact that you can surveil 2 and you have the option of dumping the 2 cards and draw the next 2, you will speed through your deck. And if you happen to have cards that let you bring cards back from the graveyard, you just basically gain access to 4 cards in a heartbeat on 3 mana. That's a +1 turn there. That's a +1 game. That's a +1 card gain. And you're only losing 2 life out of that. Wow. Sorcery. 3 Tree Root Weaver. 1 mana and a green. Mold Druid. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Ooh. Why is it a common? Creature is this is a 1/3 creature. They made it a common. This is a rainbow rock. This is a rainbow dork. 1 mana, add 1 mana. It's a freaking Mole of Paradise here. I don't understand this design. This is not something you would put on common. Even if it's a 1/3 and it's a 1/3 creature, that shouldn't be a common. That means he could survive a shock. This card could survive a shock. That's very weird. That's a very weird design. Night Whirl Hermit. Night Whirl Hermit. 2 mana and a blue. Rat Rogue. Vigilance threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Hermit gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. 1/4 creature. The Great Snail. Snail! Adventure time. Oh, carrot cake. A literal cat. Well, carrot cake is literal carrots. I was gonna say. 1 mana and away. Artifact food. When cake enters and when you sacrifice it, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token and scry 1. 2 mana tap. Sacrifice cake. You gain 3 life. Okay. When it enters and you sacrifice it, you get a creature and a scry. Huh. Scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom. I'm glad they didn't get rid of scry. They kept it with surveil. Savor. Savor. 1 mana and a black. Instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Create a food token. It's an artifact with 2 mana. Tap. Sacrifice this artifact. You gain 3 life. Nettle Guard. 1 mana and a white. Mouse Soldier. Valiant. When guard becomes a target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, it gets +0/+2 until end of turn. 1 mana. Sacrifice guard. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. 3/1 creature. Okay, got... Alright, so it's a disenchant creature. Alright, that's not bad. Fell. 1 mana and a black. Sorcery. Destroy target creature. For 1 generic mana. Wow. Alright. But that's not bad. You destroy target creature. Doesn't matter what condition it's in or anything. Sugar Coat. Aw, look at that. It's a gingerbread bunny. Sugar Coat. 2 mana and a blue. Enchantment. Oh. Ah, now I see. There's a magician. There's a sorcerer over there. Some kind of warlock zapped this poor bunny, turned it into a gingerbread cookie. Oh wow, that's funny. Enchantment or flash. Enchant creature or food. Enchanted permanent is a colorless food artifact with 2 tap. Sacrifice this artifact. You gain 3 life and loses all other card types and abilities. That's nasty. Oh, that is nasty. You could turn just slap it on on an Eldrazi. Slap it on one of the Eldrazi's and they turn into a gingerbread bunny. And then you eat it. Eat the Eldrazi. That's the way to go. Parting Guzz, 2 white, instant, gift a tap fish. Exile target non-token creature. If the gift wasn't promised, oh, here's a twist. If the gift was not promised, return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. Wow. And you can use it on yourself. So this is what I was talking about. See, this is what I was talking about. Exile non-target token, target non-token creature. So you can exile your own creature. You don't have to promise it yourself, and you can return it to the battlefield. And those triggers that return to the battlefield that I've seen in the earlier packs, that will trigger. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Being able to return and you get to stack those effects. Blooming Blast, 1 mana and a red, instant, gift a treasure. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this. If you do, they create a treasure token before its other effects. It's an artifact with tap. Sacrifice this artifact at 1 mana of any color. Blooming Blast deals 2 damage to target creature. If the gift was promised, Blast also deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. Nice. Sunspine Lynx. 2 mana and 2 red. Elemental Cat. Players can't gain life. Well, that's there goes my Amalia deck. Damage can't be prevented. All right. So much for circles of protections. When Lynx enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. 5/4 creature. Oh, nasty. Especially in Commander with so many non-basic lands that get put out there. Got a forest. And we got another rabbit response. And that's for Magic Arena. Pushing that to the side. No free codes. Alright, so here's the last pack from the pre-release. Pretty solid cards. Really solid. Very solid. Here we go. Alright, we're opening up with Early Winter, 4 mana and a black. Instant, choose one. Exile target creature. Target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. Okay, well, it's because it's an exile, so it's a very high cost, but I still find that the boomerang effect, that boomerang card I came across, was way too powerful. This one is a balance here, but it's a pretty good one, though, all things considered. You know? Cash grab. The pun. 1 mana and a green. Instant. Mill 4 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you control a squirrel or return a squirrel card to your hand this way, create a food token. To mill 4 cards, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. A food token is an artifact with 2 mana, tap, sacrifice this artifact, gain 3 life. Bellowing Crier. 1 mana blue, Frog Advisor. When Crier enters, draw a card, then discard a card. 2/1 creature. Pelated Provisioner. 4 mana and a white. Is this the first bird I'm coming across now? After all these draws, I'm finally getting a bird? Huh. Bird Scout. Flying. When Provisioner enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control without flying. 3/4 creature. Okay. Raccoon Rallier. 1 mana and a red. Raccoon Bard. Tap. Target creature you control gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. 2/2 creature. This is amazing for a one. This is amazing. A sorcery speed, but you get the. That means, wow. This is actually a solid card. Give every creature you drop, you can give haste on a tap. And it's a 2/2 creature. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. A Gateblade Assassin, 1 mana and a black. Lizard Assassin, whenever assassin attacks, if any player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, 1/3 creature. And it's whenever they attack. Okay. On the attack. Cindering Cutthroat, 2 mana and a hybrid black-green. Creature, Lizard Assassin. Cutthroat enters with a +1/+1 counter on it if an opponent lost life this turn. Okay. 1 mana and a hybrid black-red. Cutthroat gains menace until end of turn. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. It's a 3/2 creature. Pretty good. It's actually pretty good. For 2 mana to gain menace, and it's a 3/2. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a black-red. Shoot, I could throw that into my Vile Smasher deck. Yeah. Rockface Village. We got a land card here. Tap to add 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 red. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 red tap. Target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. This is a very good land. This is a very, very good land. Not bad. Not bad. Moonstone Harbinger. 2 mana and a black. Bat Warrior. Flying. Death Touch. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, bats you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. 1/3 creature. Alright. Alright, that's a good balance. That's a good balance. Because it's once per turn. Wind Whisker. 2 mana and a blue. Rat Wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, creatures your opponents control get -1/-0. 3/2 creature. That's not bad. This is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. Milk decks will benefit from that. Flame Cash Gecko. 1 mana and a red. Lizard Warlock. When Gecko enters, if an opponent lost life this turn, add black and red. That's going into Vile Smasher. Most definitely. Well, it's a one-time thing. No, it's actually still good. Because for 1 mana and a red, discard a card, draw a card, 2/2 creature. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's pretty good. So not only do I get to have free mana, but I can always draw a card on a discard. Yeah, okay. Okay, that gives me a card draw. Ooh, mythic rare. Kitsa, Otterball Elite. 1 mana and a blue. Legendary creature, Otter Wizard. Vigilance, prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tap, draw a card, then discard a card. 2 mana, tap. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if Kiska's power is 3 or greater. Ah, it's a 1/3 creature. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotta slap some tokens on her. Give it a boost if you want to get that copy going. Oh, swamp. Okay, I didn't get a swamp basic land. It's pretty nice. Parting Gust. Did I cover this one? No, I don't think I did. This is 2 white. Instant. Gift the tapped fish. Exile target non-token creature. If the gift... Oh, yeah. I did cover this one. If the gift wasn't promised, return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. All right. And then I got Crag Flame. Token legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance, trample, and haste. Equipped 2 mana. So there's a card that creates it. Gotcha. All right. So that was the pre-release box. This set is very fascinating. I see a lot of overpowered cards in here, in my opinion. They're coming off a little too overpowered. So that's a little bit of a worry there. So before I go unbox the bundle, let's do these 5 packs here. Okay, let's have fun with these 5 packs that I picked up. And then we're going to explore the bundle right afterwards. So let's start here. Alright, and that'll be a total of 20 packs. That'll be a total of 20 packs that will be cracked open from pre-release weekend. Here we go. Come on out. Come in. Let's see here. Alright. So we got this here. This nice little artwork of Valley Flamecaller. Okay. Dazzling Denial. 1 mana and a blue. Instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2 mana. If you control a bird, counter that spell unless its controller pays 4 instead. Ooh. Mana Leak. Mana Leak for birds, too. Oh my gosh. Put that in my bird deck. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's actually pretty good. Got the plains, beautiful plains. I love these land cards, man. They're very beautiful, the art here. Emberheart Challenger, Mouse Warrior. 1 mana and a red, haste, prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Valiant. Whenever Challenger becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. 2/2 creature. That's my rare, huh? Okay. Wow, they start off on the rare. Okay. They start you off with the rare. We've already I already have the Coyote. So I got another Driftgloom Coyote. I have another Fell. Overprotect. 1 mana and a green. Instant. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 and gains trample, hexproof, and indestructible until end of turn. Why is it a 1 generic mana, 1 green card? This is broke giant growth here. This is broke giant growth. This is broke giant growth. Why are you guys sliding all over the place here? Let me move that here. Maybe it'll stop sliding around. Ooh. These cards want to get away is what they want to do. Yeah, this is a broke giant growth. Man, this is inexcusable. I would have understood if it was 2 green, but the fact that it's 1 generic mana and a green. War Squeak. I got War Squeak already. Mind Drill Assailant. 2 mana and 2 hybrid blue-black. Rat Warlock Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Mind Drill Assailant gets +3/+0 for 2 mana and a hybrid blue-black. Surveil 1, 2/5 creature. Rust Shield Rampager. 3 mana and a green. Raccoon Warrior. Offspring 2 mana. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. 4/4 creature. Alania's Pathmaker. 3 mana and a red. Auto Warrior. When Pathmaker enters, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. 4/2 creature. They're leaning hard on black with that one. Why does this look like a Cyndaquil? This looks like Cyndaquil in Pokemon. Cindering Cutthroat. 2 mana and a hybrid black red. Lizard Assassin. Cutthroat enters the battle, enters with a +1/+1 counter on it if an opponent lost life this turn. Okay, so it's like the other one that I got. For 1 mana and a black and a red, Cutthroat gains menace until end of turn. 3/2 creature. Or is this a copy? I don't know. Crumb and Get It. Really, with the puns again. 1 white. Instant. Get a food. Gift a food. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If the gift was promised, that creature also gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Waterspout Warden. 2 mana and a blue frog soldier. Whenever a warden attacks, if another creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, warden gains flying until end of turn. 3/2 creature. And I got another saver. Okay. Let's see what pack 2 yields. Okay. We got a rabbit token creature when we give birth to many rabbits. 1/1 token creature. Thornfault Forager. 1 mana and a green. This is a rare. Squirrel Ranger. Tap to add green. Tap Forage. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. Oh, okay. Okay. And it's and you exile 3 cards in this instance here. Yeah. Or sacrifice a food. So you gotta make a. Wow, okay. That's very interesting. 3 mana and a green tap. Search your library for a squirrel card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. 2/2. Get that get the Crozen Beast. Squirrel Beast. Get that Squirrel Beast. Basic land. Swamp. Helga. Skittish Seer. 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. Legendary creature, Frog Druid. This is my mythic rare. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, you draw a card, gain 1, and put a +1/+1 counter on Skittish Seer. Tap to add X mana of any one color, where X is Helga's Skittish Seer's power. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells with mana 4 value or greater, or creature spells with X mana in their mana cost. Ooh. Oh, but she's got the white identity. If she was green blue, I would have thrown her into my Nadu deck, and that would have helped my dang Hydras. 1/3 creature. Heirloom Epic. 1 mana. Artifact. 4 mana, tap. Draw a card. For each mana in this ability's activation cost, you may tap an untapped creature you control. Rather than pay that mana, activate only as a sorcery. Wow. And you don't discard this or anything? You just draw a card. And for each mana in this ability's activation cost, you may tap an untapped creature you control rather than pay that mana. Huh. Wow. Wow. I wonder if I could put that in my Samurai deck. Shoot. I got options to put this one in. I hope I get another one. Flowerfoot Sword Master. 1 white. Mouse Soldier. Offspring 2 mana. When Valiant. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, mice you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. 1/2 creature. The target of a spell or ability. So equip? Does equip trigger Valiant? Persistent Marsh Stalker. 1 mana and a black. Rat Berserker. Marsh Stalker gets +1/+0 for each other rat you control. Threshold. Whenever you attack with 1 or more rats, if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, you may pay 2 mana and a black. If you do, return Marsh Stalker from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. 3/1 creature. Got another Flame Cash Gecko. Pretty funny card. I like that. Bellowing Crier. Got another one. Sun Shower Druid. 1 green. Flog Druid. When Druid enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and you gain 1 life. 0/2 creature. Okay. Okay. For 1 mana. Straightforward. Okay. That's going into my weenie deck. Gate Assault. Got another one of these. 3 Tree Mascot. 2 mana. Artifact creature. Shapeshifter. Changeling. This card is every creature type. 1 mana. At 1 mana of any color. Activate only once each turn. 2/1 creature. That's a good balance. That's a very good balance. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. You if you got Sol Ring, you then you can be able to spend that Sol Ring to get a color that you might be short on. Okay. And is it 2/1 creature? Sure. Oh, this is funny. Look at the flavor text here. Every paw and clause should be at the celebrations in 3 Tree City. Even the float is smiling. Valley Gazetter, 4 Acorn Review. That's cool. It's a newspaper article. Banishing Light, 2 mana and a white. Enchantment. Oh, I finally got an enchantment. When light enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until light leaves the battlefield. It's another one of those. Another one of those cards. Banishing the exiles. No, I got another Scales of Shale. And another and I got another copy of Broke Boomerang. Seriously, this is broke, man. 1 generic mana and a blue. Instant, and you could choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. That's a little too powerful. Next up, Squirrel. Token creature 1/1. Driftgloom Coyote. I got another Driftgloom Coyote. Mountain. Oh, I got a mountain this time. That's lovely. Look at that. The bow. Got another Thornfall Forager. That's in for the rares. It's not a bad card, quite honestly. Especially if you sack a food. So you'll have to really make this a food heavy deck. Because you don't want to exile 3 cards unless you have a way of bringing the exile cards back. Mudflat Village. Land. Tap for 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 black. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 mana in a black. Tap. Sacrifice village. Return target bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel card from your graveyard to your hand. Parting Gust. I got another one. Hunter's Talent. Enchantment class. 1 mana in a green. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. When Hunter's Talent enters, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. For 1 mana in a green, level 2. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. 3 mana in a green, level 3. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Gain the next level as a sorcery. So it's a sorcery to add its ability. So it's a sorcery speed costs here. The sorcery speed costs. Gotcha. Hoarder's Overflow. 1 mana and a red. Enchantment. When Overflow enters and whenever you expend 4, put a stash counter on it. For 1 mana and a red, sacrifice Overflow. Discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of stash counters on Hoarder's Overflow. Interesting. I got another War Screek. Steam Path Charger. Got another one of those. No, actually, I don't think I have. Well, probably I do. I just don't remember. 1 mana and a red. Lizard Warlock. Offspring 2 mana. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player. 2/1 creature. Head of the Homestead. Got another one of those. Cool. Rabbit Citizens. Treetop Sentries. 3 mana and a green. Squirrel Archer. Reach. Finally, an archer with a reach. When Sentries enters, you may forge. If you do, draw a card. 2/4 creature. Life Creed Duo. 1 mana and a white. Bat Bird. Flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. It's a 1/2 creature. Ooh, the Soul Sisters got a friend now. Light Shield Duo. 3 mana and a blue. Rat Otter. Prowess. Whenever the Light Shell Duo enters, avail 2. 3/4 creature. And I got another Scales of Shale. Alright. Pack number 10. Open up, you. Open up, you. It's resistant. Here we go. Back. Oh. Here we are. Okay, we got a food token. We got another food token. Yeah, this is lovely. The whole food here. Fruits and vegetables and leaves and flowers. Paw Patch Formation. 1 mana and a green. Instant. Choose 1. Destroy target creature with flying. Destroy target enchantment. Draw a card. Create a food token. Alright. But you only get to choose 1. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, you could destroy target enchantment for 2 mana. I mean, there's still... Well, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Island. Another island card. I noticed the footprint there. Oh, I got another Helga, Skittish Seer. Okay. Stocking the Pantry. 1 green. Enchantment. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, put a supply counter on Stocking the Pantry. 2 mana. Remove a supply counter from Stocking the Pantry. Draw a card. Hey. Not bad. For a 1 mana card? Okay. And it happens when you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature. Okay. So for each creature that gets a +1/+1 counter, you get a forage card. I could put that in my weenie deck. This will probably be effective in my weenie deck. Lily Pad Village. Land. Tap to add 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 blue. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 blue, tap, surveil 2. Activate only if a bird, frog, otter, or rat enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Bushy Bodyguard. 1 mana and a green. Squirrel Warrior. Offspring 2 mana. When this creature enters, you may forage. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Plum Creed Escort. 1 mana and a blue. Bird Scout. Flash, flying. When Escort enters, target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. 2/1 creature. I'm not getting a lot of birds here. Same with squirrels. But I'm getting a lot of outlaws, which is pretty cool. Ravine Raider. 1 black. Lizard Rogue. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. 1 mana and black. Ravine Raider gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 1/1 creature. Okay, multiple uses, multiple taps on this to make it to really pump it up, and it has menace on top of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you have a Sol Ring and two swamps, you can make him a 3/3 creature with menace. That's pretty good. Oh, cool! Another bird! Yay! Seed Pod Squire. 3 mana and a hybrid white-blue. Bird Scout. Flying. When Squire attacks, target creature you control without flying gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Alright, 3/3 creature. Oh, okay. So this cards Birds Like These Guys encourages you to play non-flying creatures because you can get bonuses to them. Okay, I gotcha. It's a team up thing. Sezicap's Brew. 1 mana and a red. Instant. Gift to tap fish. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Target player draws 2 cards. If the gift was promised, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Fascinating. Oh, white-black hybrid. I've never seen that before. Veteran Guard Mouse. 3 mana and a hybrid red-white. Mouse Soldier. Valiant. When Guard Mouse enters the target, Whenever guard mouse becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, it gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Scry 1, 3/4 creature. Got another Night Roll Hermit. Thornplate Intimidator. 3 mana and a black. Rat Rogue. Offspring 3 mana. When this creature enters, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. 4 mana, 4/3 creature. For 4 mana. And 3 offspring. Huh. And it's when this creature enters. So you could do that twice over. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ooh. I pay the offspring, and because he's going to be a copy of this creature, he gets this effect. Which means that I can do 6 damage to my opponent unless they sacrifice a land, non-land permanent, or discard a card. So they'll lose 2 cards and take 6 damage. This is how much is it? 7 mana total. Okay, okay. So for 7 mana total, you could do up to 6 damage immediately to your opponent. You get 2 4/3 creatures, and if they don't want to lose the 6 life, then they'll have to give up 2 cards. A combination of 2 cards. That's actually not bad for 7. That's not bad in terms of being a 7 mana creature, a 7 mana card. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Banishing Light. I got another one of those. This is actually pretty good. That Thornplate Intimidator. For 7 total mana, you could do 6 damage and get 2 4/3 creatures, or your opponent has to sacrifice 2 cards to prevent that damage. That's a win-win situation for 7 mana combined. All right. I hope y'all having a good time so far. Seeing these amazing cards. Oh, speaking of Intimidator, look at that. There's a token. Yeah, you see? When this creature enters, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So that answered my question. This token's mana cost is 3 mana and a black. Oh, that's cool. They put a little reminder text on there. Yeah, see? So my question was answered. You offspring, you get the same effect, and you could do 6 damage on 7 mana. Or else they'll have to sacrifice a permanent or a card in combination. I love it. I love it. And it's a rogue type? That's going in. That's going into Vial Smasher. Hidden Grotto, land. When Grotto enters, avail 1. Tap for 1 colorless. 1 mana in the tap, add 1 mana of any color. Okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Got another mountain basic. Iridescent Fine Lasher, 1 black. Lizard Assassin, this is my rare. Offspring 2 mana. Landfall. Whenever land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. 1/2 creature. Yes, that is going in. I'm loving these outlaws that I've been getting. These outlaws. So just so y'all know, because you most likely might not see this again, but I created a new deck called Vial Smasher, and I did good on my pod. It was my first. It was the first build. I didn't have any sense of what the direction is because I didn't know what to expect. But it did. I won the pod with a very, very weak deck, Vial Smasher deck, and it relies on outlaws because I am relying on the outlaw identity, especially with committing crime. And so getting a card like this, Fine Lasher, which is an assassin, which is an outlaw, with this type of landfall, is pretty awesome. And especially since it's Offspring 2. So for 3 mana, I could create 2 creatures that can ping my opponent. I commit a crime and I get more effects on it. Yeah, it that's definitely going into Vial Smasher big time. Builder's Talent, 1 mana and a white. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. When talent enters, create a 0/4 white wall creature token with Defender. 1 mana, 1 white, level 2. Whenever 1 or more non-creature, non-land permanents you control enter, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 4 mana and a white, level 3. When this class becomes level 3, return target non-creature, non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm gonna need more information on class. It sounds interesting, but I've never played it before. I think I got all 5 colors now. Oak Hollow Village. No, I still have to get white of these types here. Oak Hollow Village, Lane. Tap to add 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 green. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 green to tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on each frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control that enter the battlefield this turn. Nice. Nice. Fell. I got another Fell. Pretty good card, man. Destroy target creature for 1 generic mana and a black. Very good. Another class. 1 blacksmith's talent. 1 red enchantment class. When talent enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sword with equipped creature gets +1/+1 and equip 2 mana. Oh, okay. I like that. 2 mana and red, level 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach target equipment you control to up to 1 target creature you control. 3 mana and a red, level 3. During your turn, equipped creatures you control have double strike and haste. I'm going to put that in my Ryu deck. My Samurai Warriors deck, which is very equipment focused. Yeah, that's going in there. I got another Polywallop. I got another Charger. Cool. Another Guard Mouse. Longstalk Brawl. Oh my gosh. Is that... Oh, it's a Sprig. Oh my gosh, it's a leek. Slapping with vegetable. 1 green. Sorcery. Gift a tapped fish. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature you control if the gift was promised. Then those creatures fight each other. Oh, that's funny. I got another Thistledown Players. Finch Formation. Ooh, got another bird. 2 mana and a blue. Bird Scout. Offspring 3 mana. Flying. When this creature enters, target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. So I could give 2 creatures with flying. Alright. Alright. And I got another Saver. Okay, so those were the 5 packs, the 5 regular booster packs. So, we're now going to conclude this with the bundle box. Let's bring this out. And I'll set this up here. Just like that. And I will set this right up here. Just like that. So, here is the bundle box. Okay. Look at this, man. This is so cool. You see here? Yeah. You know? Okay. Very lovely. This is very lovely. Look at this, man. The otters forming the ball. All right. So let's move these cards to the side here. Okay. I gotta say, man, the fact that I got a whole bunch of outlaws, man, and I finally getting some birds too. I thought I was not going to be getting any birds, but I'm getting some birds now. Some interesting birds, but the Outlaws, excellent, man. My File Smasher deck is going to get improved, and I'm also getting some weenies, some weenie cards for my Kudo deck. So let's see here. We'll crack on this end here. Hey, got a perfect rip. Alright, let's slide this out. Ooh, look at that. Oh, okay, cool. I can, this box is emptied. Alright, let's sit this down here. I'll sit this back up here, just like that. And there we are. Okay, perfect. This is a nice little, oh, it's not cardboard here. But this is, oh yeah, this one. It's so lovely, the otter and the frog. And what's on the back here? See what all the fuzz is about. Really? Come on, what's with the puns? Visitors to the valley take the form of charming woodland creatures. Open Bloomburrow collector boosters, and you may discover old friends with a brand new look. Yeah, I heard that planeswalkers get transformed into furries. Let me. Where do I want to put this at? Do I want to put it right here? Let me put this right here. Here we go. Sort of, kinda. Nah, that's fine. Look at the card box here. They're still using the same art. They really leaned into the same art here. It's so gorgeous, man. Very gorgeous. All right. Here we are. Okay, we got tokens. Hooray! Look at what's in here. We got card packs. There's supposed to be 9 total. I see what they did there. And we got the die, a beautiful green die here. Here we go. Oh, I like the texture I'm feeling here. There's the Bloomburrow icon. Ah, and the number 1 is the paw. So the Bloomburrow life counter starts at 20 with the Bloomburrow signal, and then it ends on the paw. That's adorable. That is adorable. Way better than this one, I can tell you that. Way better than this one. There we go. All right. Put that. Hey, you weren't supposed to knock it over. There we go. There. Okay, so let's start with our tokens here before we get into the cards. Okay. What we have here are a whole bunch of +1/+1 counters. Yes. Give me more of those. And we got some weird creatures here. Got some funny otters. Here we go. Let's take that out. I'll sit that there. And we'll take this one out. Okay. Sit that there. Let's get all the tokens. Unfortunately, they're not. They're only single-faced. As you can see, the white ones there. It's not like the pre-release, which had back-to-back. Okay. We're doing good, everybody. We're doing good. Because we're going into to the final 9 packs. We got some interesting... I think those are the land packs that they were talking about. Yeah. In the bundle set. There we go. Oh, and we gotta take this out. And this one. There we are. Okay, and I'll put that over there. Okay. There we go. That's good. So there's all our tokens. We got them out. Okay. Cool. More tokens, the merrier. Especially those +1/+1s. Let me flip that one over. There we go. Okay. I know, I keep saying okay a lot. Because everything is okay. Here we are. Yeah, this is kind of... I kind of running out of space here. Should I put this higher? You know what? Yeah. Hopefully they won't fall over. This is supposed to be lands. Oh no, there's actually some cards in here. And what's this one? Oh, and this one has the lands. All right. Well, let's see what we got going here. Because I saw a creature here. So here are the packs. So we still got more packs to unlock here. Bam. Let's drop that in there. Let's start off with this one. So this is all lands, huh? Okay. Beautiful lands here. Plains. Oh, and then we got this one that looks like... Oh, I see. So that's supposed to be the seasons. Okay. I did not catch on to that. Summer, fall, winter... Okay. No spring, huh? I'm surprised they didn't offer up spring. Very lovely. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then we got some educational cards here. How to cast spells. This symbol means you need 2 of any kind of mana. These symbols mean you need 1 black mana and 1 green mana. That's cool. That's good. That's good. And it teach you how to attack and block. You must tap to your creatures to attack. You can attack players or planeswalkers, but not other creatures unless they have the fight ability. You choose whether or not to block. Only untapped creatures can block. You don't have to tap creatures to block with them. Man, one of the most excellently designed games in history, quite honestly. Alright, let's see what we got in this mysterious pack here. Because I see a creature card. A great way to make me open this up, if you will. Oh. I don't have this one. Thundertrap Trainer, 1 mana and a blue. Otter Wizard, Offspring, 4 mana. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 1/2 creature. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. And this here are more lands. Oh, is that spring? Okay, these must be the spring cards then. Which, alright. So I got the spring cards and then I got the basics. So okay, I see what they did. They foiled spring while summer and the others are... Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, let me not have this lost in the mix here. This Auto Wizard is interesting. Okay, now we are going to crack open the final 9. What do I get in here? From the bundle set. Carrot Cake, I already have that. Alania's Pathmaker, already have that. Bonebind Orator, already have that. Treeguard Duel, already have that. Pearl of Wisdom, already have that. Rabbit Response, already have that. Tempest Angler, do not have that. 1 mana and 2 hybrid blue-red, Otter Wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Angler. 2/2 creature. Alright. Interesting, because that's usually a green thing to put +1/+1 counters. And white. It's usually green and white. Interesting. I got the Fountain Port Bell. Got another one. Splash Portal. 1 blue. Sorcery. Exile target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If that creature is a bird, frog, otter, or rat, draw a card. Seasoned Warren Guard. 1 white. Rabbit Warrior. Whenever a Warren Guard attacks while you control a token, Warren Guard gets +2/+0 until end of turn. 1/2 creature. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on some of these the warriors here in white and red with regards to my Samurai Warriors deck. They might be helpful. I got another Oak Hollow Village. Already got that one. Oh, Mythic Rare. Rotten Mouth Viper. 5 mana and a black. Elemental Snake. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents. This spell costs 1 mana less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way. Oh, okay. Whenever Viper enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Then, for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. 6/6 creature. Okay, this is a 6 mana card. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a pretty good effect. That's a pretty good play. Actually, that's a pretty crazy effect. For each blight counter. Oh my gosh, for each blight counter. Wow, this is a perfect finisher for Commander. Get enough blight counters on it. Put it, mix it with green, duplicate that. Got an island card. Hoarder's Overflow, I already have that one. Another food artifact token. So yeah, I'm getting duplicates now. I'm starting to get duplicate cards. Not bad, because that means I could fit them in other decks. Some of them are pretty good and look like they could be placed into my other Commander decks. I mean, I have plenty to work with here. Pilated Provisioner. Got another one of those. I got another Roughshod Duo. I got another Early Winter. Got another Crash Grab. Another Bellowing Crier. I'm starting to get the same commons now. I got another Whisker Quill Scribe. Another Light Shell Duo. Another heirloom epic. Excellent. I'm liking this card here. I'm glad I got a second one. Strike Force. Ooh, bird. 2 mana and a white. Bird Knight. Flying. Double strike. Vigilance. 1/3 creature. Yes. This is a excellent creature. Excellent bird. Into the Flood Maw. 1 blue. What is that, a crab? Yeah, it looks like a crab. Ooh. Into the Flood Maw. 1 blue. Instant. Gift a tapped fish. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand if the gift was promised. Instead, return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay. Bark Knuckle Boxer. 1 mana and a green. Raccoon Berserker. Whenever you expend 4, Boxer gains indestructible until end of turn. 3/2 creature. Hey, I have a legendary creature here. Castrol, the Wind Crested. 3 mana, 1 mana, 1 white and then 1 blue. 3 mana, 1 white, 1 blue. Legendary creature, Bird Scout. Flying. Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on each bird you control. Draw a card. 4/5 creature. Can I be able to build a deck around this? Because I want to build a bird deck, and I want it to be white-blue, of course. This might be... I might be able... Yeah, this might help. Castrol the Windcrest. It's 5 mana. It's pretty expensive, but it's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful, and it's whenever one or more birds you control deals damage. So I just have to get a bird to swing and hit. Okay. Got another swamp. High Stride. This is new. 1 green. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains reach until end of turn. Untap it. Oh, okay. Gonna untap that. Oh, this is beautiful and frightening. Look at that. What's the name of this card here? Kidnap. The pun. Oh my gosh. The puns. Why are they putting puns in Magic the Gathering here? Alright. Alright. I'm saying alright and okay a lot. I must be freaking all of you out with that. I got another Charger, another Steam Path Charger, another Scales of Shale. This must be number 5 now. Another Polywallop, another Runaway Together. That's cool. That means I have 3 of these now. I could fit them in 3 different decks if I wanted to. Another Thistledown Players, another Roughshod Duo, another Veteran Guard Mouse, another Splash Portal. Okay, now we got ourselves something new. Fireglass Mentor, 1 black, 1 red. So black and a red. Lizard Warlock. At the beginning of your second main phase, if an opponent lost life this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until end of turn, you may play that card. 2/1 creature. Okay. Alright. It's not too shabby. Actually, this would be great in File Smasher when I think about it. Because it happens... this happens every turn. I could do this every turn. And with File Smasher, since it's enter the battlefield, ETB, I can... Yeah, this is what I was looking for my File Smasher deck. This type of ability. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good with that one. Short Bow, 2 mana. Equipment, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance and reach. Equip 1. Wow. For 1 mana, attach to target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery. I could put this in my Nadu deck, or I could put this in my Samurai Warriors deck. Dude, I might put this in my Samurai Warriors deck. I'll probably prioritize that. So the short bow. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Yeah, I think I got this one. 1 white, Mouse Soldier, Offspring, 2 mana. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, mice you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Alright. Thundertrap Trainer, I got the... Wow, that sucks. I got another one. I got the foiled one, and I end up getting this one. Swamp. Light Shell Duo, got that one. Okay. There we go. Next card. Next pack. Alright. Night Whirl, another Night Whirl Hermit. Another Sonar Strike. Another Alania's Pathmaker. Another Scales of Shale. Another Tree Guard Duo. Another Cindering Cutthroat. Barkform Harvester. 3 mana. Artifact creature shapeshifter. So this is the second shapeshifter I've come across now. So it looks like they got artifact creatures that are shapeshifters. Alright. Okay. Changeling, Reach, 2 mana. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. 2/3 creature. So it looks like they're leaning into Changeling now as a keyword, as a new keyword ability, or at least leaning into that hard. Put target creature card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Oh, okay. 2/3 creature. Long River Lurker, 2 mana and a blue. Frog Scalp. Ward 1 mana. Other frogs you control have ward 1 mana. When Long River Lurker enters, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, you may exile it. If you do, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. 2/3 creature. Oh, there's the white. Now I think I got all 5 colors of this type of land, of this style of land. Lupin Flower Village. Land. Tap to add 1 colorless. Tap to add 1 white. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. 1 mana and white, tap, sacrifice village. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So you only get to pick one. It's an or. Gotcha. Ooh, a new bat. Starscape Cleric. 1 mana and a black. Bat Cleric. Offspring, 2 mana and a black. Flying. This creature can't block. Oh, that's unfortunate. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. 2/1 creature. Okay. Alright, even though it can't block, at least whenever you gain life, the opponent loses life. Ooh, wait a second. This is Sanguine. Ooh, I could put that in my vampire deck because now I'll have an alternative to Sanguine Blood. Get that combo going. Paw Patch Recruit, 1 green. Rabbit Warrior, this is my rare. Offspring, 2 mana. Trample. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than that creature. 2/1 creature. So in other words, let's say Starscape becomes the target of an ability. Let's say, yeah, then I could put a +1/+1 counter on Recruit or vice versa. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's an interesting one. Ooh, I got a special one here. And it's a rare. Nice. Whiskervale Forerunner. 3 mana and a white. Mouse Bard. Valiant. We got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Text going on here. Whenever a Forerunner becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's your turn. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I think I saw this card. I think so. This is an alternate art. It's a 3/4 creature. Yeah, I think I have already got this one, but this is an alternate one. Beautiful, beautiful. Plains. Lily Splash Mentor. 2 mana, green and a blue. Frog Druid. Reach. 1 mana, green and blue. Exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. The +1/+1 counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. 4/4 creature. Hey, not too shabby. And I got another rabbit token. Multiply them rabbits. All right, another Sonar Strike. Another War Squeak. Dire Sight. 2 mana and a black. Sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Alright. Yeah, that's actually pretty powerful. Yeah, I got another 3-tree Root Weaver. Very, very, very crazy mana dork. Another Night Whirl Hermit. Got a lot of those. Got another Hidden Grotto. Cool. Seed Pod Squire. Did I get another one of these? Probably. 3 mana and a hybrid white blue Bird Scout flying. Whenever Squire attacks, target creature you control without flying gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 3/3 creature. Alright. Okay. I think that. Cool. Got another one of these. Warren Guard. Got another one of these. Got another Starscape Cleric. Reptilian Recruiter. 3 mana and 2 red. Lizard Warrior. Trample. When Recruiter enters, choose target creature if that creature's power is 2 or less, or if you control another lizard. Gain control of that creature until end of turn. Untap it, and it gains haste until end of turn. 4/2 creature. Mockingbird. Here's my rare. X mana and a blue. Bird Bard. Ooh, try saying that 5 times fast. Flying. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's a bird in addition to its other types, and it has flying. 1/1. Okay. So it could be a copy. Oh, alright. That's actually not too bad. It's a pretty good bird. Yeah. Swamp. Keen-Eyed Curator. Oh, I got another rare. 2 green. Raccoon Scout. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with Keen-Eyed Curator, it gets +4/+4. It has trample. 1 mana. Exile target card from a graveyard. 3/3. So this is really more for constructed decks. It's not very good for a commander. Well, yeah. I mean, it can exile target card from a graveyard, but if you want that first effect, it's you need another copy of Keen-Eyed Curator, and commanders don't let you have 2 unless you have a card like that Ooze card, Sorcery Ooze card. And we got another artwork here. Alright, Pearl of Wisdom, I have that. Rabbit Response, I have that. Steampath Charger, I have that. Bonebind Orator, I have that. Runaway Together, this is number 4. Polywallop, I got that. Pond Prophet, 2 hybrid green-blue. Frog Advisor, when Prophet enters, draw a card. 1/1 creature. Okay, if you want a quick draw. Bumbleflower's Share Pot, I'm surprised it's not a food. Oh, okay. It says it right there. 2 mana artifact. When SharePot enters, create a food token. 5 mana and a tap. Sacrifice SharePot. Destroy target non-land permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. And it gives you a food token in exchange. Okay. Oh, okay. Feed the Cycle. 1 mana and a black. Instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell. Forge or pay black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. So, I don't. No. I mean, it's basically the cost of murder. So either pay the cost of murder or exile 3 cards. So unless you can be able to, bring cards back from exile, no, that's not a good card. Hoarder's Overflow, I have that. Daring Wave Rider. 4 mana and 2 blue. Creature, Otter Wizard. When Wave Rider enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. 4/4 creature. Valley Rot Caller. 1 mana and a black. Squirrel Warlock. This is my rare. Menace. When Rot Caller attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. 1/3 creature. Okay. Another mountain. Ooh, Starlit Soothsayer. 2 mana and a black. Bat Cleric. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. 2/2 creature. And here's sword, which is for that. Cool. So I got the token for that class that I got. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Equipped 2 mana. We're down to 3. We're down to the final 3 here. Ooh, 3 packs to go. 3 packs to go. How about that? How about that? Okay, let me remove. Okay, what's behind these? Oh, okay, promos. All right. Oh, this is new. Baker's Bane Duel. 1 mana and a green. Squirrel Raccoon. When duel enters, create a food token. Whenever you expend 4, duel gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's a 2/2 creature. That's fun. Sky Skipper Duo. I believe I have those. Let me read it again. 4 mana and a blue. Bird Frog. Flying. When duo enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. 3/3 creature. Roaring Elder. 1 mana and a white. Rabbit Cleric. 3 mana and a white. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. 2/2. Wow. Okay. You have 8 mana. You can give all your creatures +1/+1 each for each cost. Nice. Nice. I got another Sazakap's Brew. Nocturnal Hunger. What is that? Oh, that's scary looking. 2 mana and a black. Instant. Gift of food. Destroy target creature. If the gift wasn't promised, you lose 2 life. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Druid of the Spade. 2 mana and a green. Rabbit Druid. As long as you control a token, Druid of the Spade gets +2/+0 and has trample. It's a 2/3 creature. Another Head of the Homestead. Corpseberry. Wow, that's a gruesome name. Corpseberry Cultivator. 1 mana and 2 hybrid black-green. Squirrel Warlock. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may forge. Whenever you forge, put a +1/+1 counter on Cultivator. 2/3 creature. You need food because exiling 3 cards again. Unless you can be able to return those exiled cards, the forge is just not worth the cost for any of this. It's really not. Unless unless you have triggers, something to synergize with it. Tide Collar Mentor. 1 mana, blue and a black. Rat Wizard. Menace. Threshold. When Mentor enters, if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. 3/3 creature. Yeah, see, here it is. Blacksmith's Talent. So I got the sword token for that. So that's another talent. Lily Splash Mentor. 2 mana, green and blue. Frog Druid, reach. 1 mana, green and blue. Exile another target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its control. Under its owner's control, the +1/+1 counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery 4/4 creature. Oh, we got a new legendary. Balin the Haymaker. It's one red, 1 green, and 1 white. Legendary creature, Rabbit Warrior. Tap 2, untap token you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap 3 untap tokens you control. Draw a card. Tap 4 untap tokens you control. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on Balin the Haymaker against trample until end of turn. 4/3 creature. It's a very interesting card. Reminds me of Kenrith, but with tapping, and you need tokens. So if you're playing a token deck, yeah, if you're playing a token deck, this is actually pretty effective. This is my rare. It's a pretty good rare. It's not bad, especially since you get a rainbow dork out of it, and you get an easy draw card. Yeah, okay, not bad at all. Got another mountain, basic land. Get me more of those. Long River's Pool. I don't think I have this one. It's 2 blue, instant, gift a card. Counter target creature spell. If the gift was promised, instead counter target spell. Okay, so this is actually interesting. Gifting a card manipulates either the gift was promised or gift was not promised. That's actually pretty interesting. That's a pretty interesting thing. And squirrel token. Squirrel! Got another one of those. That'll help out. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Okay. There we are. Okay. So we got Intrepid Rabbit, 2 mana and a white. Rabbit Soldier. Offspring, 1 mana. Not bad. When this creature enters, target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 3/2. Alright. Alright. Thought Shucker. 1 mana in the blue. Rat Rogue Threshold. For 1 white and a blue, put a +1/+1 counter on Thought's Shucker and draw a card. Activate only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard and only once. 1/3 creature. Did it mean by once per turn? I really don't like the idea of these shortcuts like enters and only once. So, this is a game that needs clarity all the time. Might of the Meek, new one. 1 red, instant. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. It also gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If you control a mouse, draw a card. Okay. Actually, it also gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If you control a mouse, draw a card. There we go. I got another Longstalk Brawl. Pretty funny. Getting slapped with a celery stick. Finch Formation. I got that one. So not a bad card. Crumb and Get It. That pun card again. Veteran Guard Mouse. Got that one. Thought Stalker Warlock. Alright. What do we have here? 2 mana in the black. Wizard Warlock. Menace. When Warlock enters, choose target opponent. If they lost life this turn, they reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and they discard that card. Otherwise, they discard a card. 2/2 creature. Alright, it's a good for card discards. Ooh, another class. Gossip's Talent. 1 mana in a blue. Whenever a creature you control enters, surveil 1. 1 mana in the blue, level 2. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. 3 mana in the blue, level 3. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may exile it, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Stargaze. X mana and 2 black. Look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose X life. Oh, I see how this works. Okay, I see how this works. So let's say you tap 6 mana, right? You pay 6 mana and 2 black. So the 6 mana, you draw 12 cards, and from among those 12 cards, you keep 6 of them, and the other 6 go into your graveyard. Got it. And then you lose 6 life for that. And then you lose you lose 6 life for that. That's fascinating. Coruscation Mage, 1 mana and a red. Otter Wizard. Offspring, 2 mana. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. I like that. I like that. It's a 2/2 creature. A non-creature spell. That's not bad, actually. This is not bad. So, play Shock. You get 2 damage. And then you deal 1 damage to each opponent. That's actually pretty good. And because it's Offspring, if you pay the Offspring cost, which is 4 mana, then you get to duplicate. That's going into that. That's going into my deck. I gotta put that in the deck. Probably my Italy deck. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put that in my Italy deck because this is a wizard type. Friend the Relentless. 2 mana, a blue and a black. Legendary creature, Rat Rogue. This is my rare. Ward, 2 mana. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponents controlled that were exiled this turn. 3/4 creature. That's a very complicated thing, but it sounds pretty nasty. Foil Mountain and Foil Sonar Strike. Rust Shield Rampager. Oh, okay. Didn't it say it makes a token? This creature can't be blocked by a creature with 2 or less. Oh, wait. Offspring. Yeah. Offspring. All right. The final card in our booster unboxing bundles. In our unboxed bundle. Let's see here. Nocturnal Hunger. Got that. Druid of the Spade. I think I've seen this. 2 mana and a green rabbit druid. As long as you control a token, Druid of Spade gets +2/+0 and has trample. 2/3 creature. Shore Up. 1 blue, instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap it. It can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Life Creed Duo. This is new. 1 mana and a white. Batbird. Batbird. Na 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 na. Batbird. Flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that other creature card. I don't know if it's the same one. Take out the trash. 1 mana and a red. How fitting that'd be a raccoon. Instant. Take out the trash, deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control a raccoon, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Disgusting, revolting, effective. I got another Light Shield Duo. Heaped Harvest. 2 mana and a green. Artifact. Food. When Harvest enters and when you sacrifice it, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Not bad. Good fetch land there. For 2 mana and a tap, sacrifice Heaped Harvest, you gain 3 life. So this is actually pretty good. When it enters the field and when you sacrifice it, you can search your library for basic land. So you can get 2 of these and gain 3 life. That's actually pretty good. It's a Kodama's Reach. A better Kodama's Reach. Another Hoarder's Overflow. Got that. Eddie Merc Crab. Ooh, crabs. So that explains the crab that I saw in the other card. 5 mana and 2 blue. Elemental Crab. Flash. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Eddie Merc Crab enters tapped if it's not your turn. When Crab enters, tap up to 2 target creatures. 5/5. 5/5 creature. Okay. Okay, that's pretty powerful. And it's for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. That's actually pretty good. That means you could have a 2 blue mana creature that can tap, that has flash. That's a pretty good crap. Paw Patch Formation, I have that. Coiling Rebirth. Ooh, look at that. It's all skeletal. 3 mana and 2 black. Sorcery. This is a rare. Gift a card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Love it. Then, if the gift was promised and that creature isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of that creature except it's 1/1. Oh. Oh, you can have this Eldrazi back, only he's 1/1 now. Ooh, I got I think I have the copy of this card. It's a rare, and it's alternate art. Valley Flame Caller, 2 mana and a red. Lizard Warlock. If a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +1 instead. 3/3 creature. Oh, okay. I mean he's an outlaw, but he other than himself, he doesn't even, other than himself being a lizard, if I have a mouse, otter, or raccoon that would deal damage, it would deal that damage +1. It's not bad. Yeah, that's an extra damage. I don't know if it's that big a deal, honestly. And I got a foil Alania's Pathmaker, and I got a rabbit. So that's it, everybody. That is the unboxing. Here we go. I'll put the flame caller here. Move those to the bottom, and let me bring this one over here. And let me bring this one over here, and I'll put the foil on top. There we go. So we can all see how cool this is. Okay. There we go. So yeah, that's the unboxing, everybody, of Bloomburrow. That was the bundle. That was the pre-release and 5 play packs. I don't know who the best rares are. I don't think I got the top dog ones. But what's great is that aside from Offspring, I did get some birds. I was very worried that I wasn't gonna get any birds, but I did get some birds because I want to do a bird deck. I even got a bird legendary. I also got a bird legendary. But the cool thing about it is that I got a lot of outlaws. I got a lot of outlaw creatures, and given that I have had just built File Smasher, I got plenty to work with to run that deck. I got some birds. I got some interesting stuff that could go into my other decks. I got equipment, and I got that enchantment saga that creates the sword. That would be great for my Ryu deck, since it's focused on creating creating artifact weapons. Artifact weapons. Some tap abilities that could help out. There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff for my decks, especially on white and black. That enchantment that I got. Oh man, I forgot what that enchantment. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that enchantment, because that one made me happy. I didn't feel that. I never felt that happy like that. And it looks like I got all 5 villages too. Let me see. Yeah, then I got Helga too. Yeah, I was getting a lot of multiple copies out of these. A whole lot of multiple copies, which is fine. It's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that means that with my other decks, I can fit it in. I think I got all 5 villages. I believe I have all 5 villages. Yeah. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna really buy any more packs out of this. It all depends on. Yeah, I got the Crag Flame. That's supposed to be the what you call it? The big thing, like the focus, the big focus of all of that. Let's see here. Very interesting mechanics here with the gifting stuff. Lots of food. Food really is gonna play a lot. Some broken cards, like I feel like Dire Sight might be too broken to be able to surveil too. Well, no, it's balanced out by losing life. But the other one really was broken. Here it is, Lunar Convocation. At the beginning of your end step, if your opponent gained life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. If you gain 1 life this turn, each opponent loses a life. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gained and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black creature token. I love this. This is gonna go into my vampire deck. So yeah, cards like that was pretty awesome. But yeah, it looks like I got all the village cards. I don't know how effective they would be, because they're very creature specific. Let's see here: Mudflap, Lilypad Village, Rockface Village. But looks like I got all 5 of them. I got this cool mercenary here. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. Which is insane. And whenever you cast a lizard spell, Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. I'll have to figure that one out again for Vile Smasher. Let's see. Let's see here. I know I got all 5. Here we go. I know I have to have all 5. There's green and white. Yeah, I gotta have all 5 of them. I'm just not finding it at the moment. Very cute. Very gorgeous artwork. Very gorgeous artwork. Very interesting legendaries like Friend of Relentless. Great for rat decks, especially the older rat cards from the previous set. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty good. I like the fact that the older creature types like birds, rats, and bats are getting really, really big help. Yeah, here's the blacksmith's talent. I'm definitely gonna put that in my Ryu deck. Got some squirrels, very interesting squirrels. I don't know if I'll ever build a squirrel deck. Bird Frog. I like the duo cards. It threw me off because I thought they were like fused creatures. I thought they were fused creatures, but they're really but they're actually just partners. See, like Breaker's Bane duo. Similar to some of those legendaries like Hitotsugo and Satoru. Where is this at? Let's see here. We're almost there. Some interesting hybrid card creatures. But oh yeah, this is a cool one. The Bird Bard Mockingbird. That's a pretty good one. Let's see. Here we go. Lupin Flower Village. And where's that green one? I know I got that green one. I came across it. That's another Lupin Flower Village. This one is actually pretty cool too. The Cindering Cutthroat. Freaking Cyndaquil here. Enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. And then it gains menace until end of turn at every turn. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Let's see here. I know I got the green one. Because I came across it. Here's Fireglass Mentor. At the beginning of your second main phase, if an opponent lost life this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until end turn. You may play that card. That's pretty nasty. But I have plenty enough mana to work with. Take advantage of bring it right out, and File Smasher will do 1 damage. There's plenty enough 1 damage red creatures going on here. Castro the Windcrested. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make this my commander. I'll have to decide on that one, because I do have Kanji as well. But I like the idea of being able to put a +1/+1 counter, and it's 1 or more birds that would deal combat damage to a player. So being able to put a +1/+1 counter on each bird I control, or draw a card, or put a bird creature card from my hand or graveyard onto it. It comes with a finality counter, so I'll have to research on that one. Let's see. I mean, I didn't get the green one. I thought I saw the green one. Oh, here it is. Oak Hollow Village. There they are. Here we go. I got all 5 villages. Here we are. That's what I wanted to see here. Yeah. See, I got the 5 villages, which is pretty cool. Lilypad Village, Flat Village, Rockface Village, Lupin Flower Village, and Oak Hollow Village. It's pretty nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get the 3 Tree City, but you know, that would have been nice. But the fact that I got these ones here with very interesting effects here, you know, they help you cast creature spells, so they're very creature centric, and they got the unique color themed effects here, like green put +1/+1 counters on frog, rabbits, raccoons, and squirrels, and then for white, and you have to sacrifice. Yeah, one of them is sacrifice. This one here is a sacrifice. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit, and put that into your hand. The rest in the bottom. Very interesting that it's got a bit of brainstorm type of effect. Then you got the Rock Face Village, where lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoons get +1/+0 in haste, and it can be used multiple times, which is scary. And then here's the village, in which you can sacrifice the village, and you get to return a bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel from your graveyard to your hand. And you can surveil 2 with Lilypad Village, but activate only if the bird, frog, otter, or rat enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So there's a lot of restrictions to it, honestly. I'm not sure if they're very effective or anything. If they're very effective, I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of powerful cards in this set so far. I still don't know what's in this commander deck, but but yes, these are very, very, very powerful cards, and very, very, very good creatures. It's not a bad set. It's not a bad set. It's not a bad deck whatsoever. And yeah, it looks very fun. The artwork is very gorgeous. I like what I see here, and I can't wait to pump up some of my decks that these cards will help out, as well as giving Bile Smasher all the resources it needs to really play the way that I want it to play. I can't wait to make Bile Smasher nasty. All right. Comment, like, subscribe, follow. You know you want to. And head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. Written by me. You'll find the links to the merch below. Down below. Along with links to other merch such as stickers, pins, t-shirts, music, and so on. Please enjoy the merch. Thank you for your patronage. And if you're interested, you could join me on my live multi-stream on Kick and Twitch, Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to hanging out with you in the chat. All right, so until the final tabletop show, I thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night, a buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.